check 1 2. P&D Sports, an exclusive video broadcast.
Radio presents the Orlin Cohen and Rockline Wealth Management Football Game of the Week. Today it's the Hurricanes of Westhampton Beach High School traveling to West Islip to take on the Lions. Hi everyone and welcome to West Islip High School right here in West Islip, New York. For our football game of the week, my name's Mike Trezza. Glad to be joined once again this year by former West Babylon coach Nick Martone. And Nick, let's talk about Westhampton Beach for a second. Tough opener for them, and not just on the scoreboard, but in the injury department. They lost their starting quarterback, and now they're in a little bit of scramble mode trying to find the right guys to put in the right spots.
Yeah, absolutely. Anytime you take a hit at that position, especially week one, it's tough to overcome. So we're expecting Westhampton to make an adjustment. They still have athletes, and they're still going to do everything they can to put the ball in space and make big plays.
And the good news for them is they have one of their best athletes now under center, and that, of course, is number 10, Patrick Fay.
Yeah, another one of their athletes that's a top 100 player this year heading into the season. Not necessarily the way that they want to use him, but again, anytime you're putting an athlete under center or taking the snap and running the offense out of them, you expect big things, you expect fireworks, and I think we'll see that out of him tonight.
West Islip, they really rolled in their opener, 54-6 over Amityville. A lot of good things to take away from that game, but now you get a little bit of a tougher opponent, and they've got to keep from getting too high off that opening week blowout.
Yeah, absolutely, and sometimes when you have these seedings and the schedule, the way it unfolds here, so you play a lower seed week one, and then they get to play a 2 seed this week, and then they get to play a 4 seed next week. So there's that challenge, but all you can do in those games, right, is you execute, you take care of business, you try to come out of those games as healthy as you can, you get the win, and you turn the page and you move on.
And for West Islip, Nick, they're going to be led by their senior captain and quarterback. You see him right there on your screen, number 44, T.J. Sonnenberg.
Yeah, really impressed to see the way that he handles this offense and the way that, they're able to run the ball through this offense too. They have a couple of very real running backs that are interchangeable back there. And TJ does a really good job kind of orchestrating this offense, and he's an athlete, and he's a tough kid. And, certainly expect some big things out of this offense tonight too.
Captains are out on the field for the coin toss, and while we have a second here, Nick, let's talk about this coaching matchup. Brian Schaumlaffel is in his 8th year out at Westhampton Beach, and of course, in his 17th year, one of the deans here in Suffolk County is Steve Maletti.
Yeah, I had the good fortune of coaching against Coach Maletti a long time ago. I feel like it was just yesterday that he took over the program, but he's been here 17 years. It happens in the blink of an eye, and he does a really excellent job. He's a great guy. He's a great person, has the right temperament to really run a program. The kids gravitate to him. And Coach Schaumlaffel does a fantastic job out at Westhampton. Puts an excellent product on the field every year, year in, year out. Tough kids, disciplined kids. 2 guys that really know how to run a program.
Let's take a look at our officials who will be working this game. Our lead official, Carl Superina, Matt Birch, Blake Crespo, Brian Ephraim, and Larry Datz round out our officiating crew here this evening on a beautiful Friday night. A little warm for this time of the year, but we'll be back with the opening kickoff and all the action right after this. You're watching the high school football game of the week, brought to you by Orlin Cohen and Rockline Wealth Management.
Jump shot, leave your knee shot? We've got specialists for that. Face down after that face off? We've got specialists for that. Half pipe, leave you full of pain? We've got specialists for that. Orlin Cohen's top orthopedic team has specialized expertise and extensive training from the nation's premier programs in sports medicine, knee, shoulder, hip, spine, hand, foot, and ankle, so you can feel better, faster.
What's your vision of retirement? Does it involve traveling the world? Or maybe spending time with family? Or even just relaxing, knowing that you're financially secure? Whatever your dream, having a financial plan in place can be key to making that a reality. At Rockline Wealth Management, our team of fiduciary financial advisors has over 55 years of combined experience helping clients build out and implement financial plans up to and through retirement. Our team tailors each plan to the unique goals of our individual clients to help them make informed decisions as their life goes forward. We provide personalized strategies to help our clients navigate the complexities of retirement planning, including building out a financial plan, estate planning reviews, tax planning, and investment strategies. Helping you to define and find your freedom in retirement is our goal. So let's get planning today. Schedule your free consultation with one of our fiduciary financial advisors by giving us a call at 516-605-1624 or by clicking the link below. Thank you very much and have a great day.
Westhampton Beach in the white with the green numbers. They will move left to right. West Islip in the home blue with the yellow letters, yellow numbers.
Number 11, Riley Bear. Deep to the line, number 6, Aaron Deere, number 11, Peter Orlin.
Murray is the kicker for Westhampton. He's got the arm up in the air. He's ready to go. Gives it a nice kick. And it's returned by Malone. There's a flag down on the play, but Malone is going. He's at the 40, the 30, and Malone is going to score on the opening kickoff. They just got him before he reached the goal line, but they say touchdown, but we got a flag down on the play. I believe that one's coming back.
Yeah, the excitement that you'd like to have, right? Opening kickoff here. Pretty good wedge out in front. Looking to see if we can see anything egregious there. Looked like maybe hands are a little bit high, maybe hands to the face, but ultimately a long kick return coming back. Sometimes a tough adjustment, right, for a team to have a big play like that, get all excited, and have to come all the way back and get back on offense.
It looked like it might have been Darren Thier, number 6, Nick, who is the second returner trying to help out his partner back there, but got whistled on that play.
Yeah, so they're calling a hold there. Spot foul comes all the way back.
And that's going to back up West Islip. They're going to start deep in their own territory to start this drive. They'll take over from the 12-yard line, 1st and 10 for their first offensive series. As we mentioned, T.J. Sonnenberg is their senior quarterback. Sonnenberg, a 3-sport athlete with a strong arm. He's got Kramer to his left, and he draws them off sides on 1st down.
Yeah, defense getting a little antsy jumping across there. Sometimes that happens, right? First play, big game on a Friday night. You want to try to get the edge, and West Islip doing a good job being disciplined on their side of the ball. And Westhampton just came across.
It's going to bring up a 1st and 5 from the 17-yard line. Just underway here from West Islip. Mike Trezza, Nick Martone on hand, along with our T&D Sports video crew to bring you this one. Sonnenberg with Kramer, who flips around to his right this time. Here's the give to Kramer. Kramer showing good speed to the outside, and he's across the 30 before they trip him up and throw him out.
Yeah, it's a real good job getting to the edge and getting out there. And on the edge is that wing, number 8, Javon Brewster, does a good job turning that outside inside, right, and ultimately giving Kramer that corner. Makes a pretty good move inside to gain a few more yards, and if he has a little bit more sideline, he might still be running.
1st and 10 from the 35-yard line. First down of the game for the Lions of West Islip. Sonnenberg out of the gun. Inside handoff, nothing doing. Gang tackle in the middle of that Westhampton defense.
Yeah, a little bit of a misdirection play, that inside handoff to the wing. Usually what you like to try to do is you try to get a little bit more movement out of the defensive front, hoping they kind of chase pitch to Kramer. And Westhampton does a pretty good job of not really falling for that and staying inside, and things are just a little bit delayed on that, and that give them every chance to go ahead and stuff that run.
Liam Brand on that defensive line, the first player to greet him. No gain on the play, 2nd and 10 from the 35. Here's Brewster. Brewster with a nice gain, about 7 on that carry.
Yeah, this is a pretty good job of making sure this handoff happened real quick, because Westhampton timed out that snap and came across the ball at a real dangerous time. They could have blown up that play real quick, but they were pretty quick to the line.
This time they get the play off quick and pump it near the first down. Is Brewster again. I think he's about a yard short. Now they are calling it a first down.
Looks like they're trying to get a look at it here to decide whether or not they want to go ahead and make a measurement. I think based on the spot initially where I saw him go down, I thought the same, Mike. I thought he might have had it, but it looks like they're saying he's short.
But now they are calling it a first down. 1st and 10 from the 45. Oh, they changed it to 4th down. It's going to be 4th and very short. Now they bring Brewster back inside. And we've got a timeout by West Islip.
Yeah, you can see a little bit of confusion on that side. And again, when you flip the down that quick and you make that decision about where the ball is and you go to 4th down, that ultimately West Islip just didn't like the formation that they were in. They didn't like the play. You figure it's a big spot, early drive. You want to make sure that you have the right play called here to get that first down, because if you're not going to punt, you're going to go here and you don't get it, you're going to turn the ball over to Westhampton.
No excuses there, Nick, but it seemed like the officials took a long time making that decision. First they called it short of a first down, then they called it a first down. They changed it to 4th, and they kind of put Coach Maletti and the staff in a little bit of a tough spot in trying to make that decision and get their formation straight right there.
Yeah, I agree, because there's really 2 decisions you got to make, right? Because now that it's a 4th down, are we going? And then on top of that, what play are we calling? And just that confusion probably cost West Islip a timeout, fair to say, but it's the right call for West Islip to go ahead and do that to make sure they have what they want out there.
Question number 1 has been answered. They are going on 4th and very short. Sonnenberg under center, and he's going to surge forward with the quarterback sneak. He's going to get the first down.
And that's enough for a West Islip first down.
Yeah, probably one of the more predictable plays, right on a real short inside of a yard type yardage there to get the first down, that you have a strong runner at quarterback, put him under center, and go ahead and get yourself pushed forward.
1st and 10. Here's the handoff to Kramer. Kramer will try the left side. Lewis slows him down, and then finally he's tackled by Sonny Hebert.
Yeah, real good job, Westhampton coming across the ball there, and they are big. This is a big football team up front on both sides of the ball, offensively and defensively. They got some big guys out there. Good job there, but what I'm impressed with is Kramer finished that run, right? Kramer went ahead and got himself another 2.5 yards and fell forward. So what should have probably been, 2nd and 9 here or so is a lot shorter than that.
They're calling it 2nd and 6 from midfield. Sonnenberg takes the snap. They're after him, and they dump him. It is Max DeBellis.
So this is a messy kind of mesh in the backfield, whether it was running back clamping down on the ball a little bit too early, right? He's trying to read. Sonnenberg's trying to read the end and make the decision about whether or not he wanted to pull. Looked like he decided to pull, but the ball was already in at that point. And so that exchange ends up being messy. They put the ball on the ground and ultimately lose 4 yards on it.
Max DeBellis, the twin brother of Lee DeBellis, both on the left side of that defense. And that time it was Max who got to Sonnenberg and sacked him. 3rd and long for West Islip. Sonnenberg back to pass. Surveys. Now keeps it. Headed for the sideline. Takes a rough hit on his way out from Constantine Riley.
Yeah, Sonnenberg comes around the end here, and he's they got this trips formation at the bottom of the screen here to the boundary, and as he kind of moves himself left and takes a look downfield. Pretty good coverage by Westhampton Beach, right? They have a stop there in the middle of the field. It looks like they got a corner route behind that. Doesn't like what he sees, and so he takes off and makes some positive yards. But again, 4th down decision for West Islip, and it looks like they're going.
They are on the plus side of the field now from the Westhampton Beach 48-yard line. They went for it before. It looks like they'll do it again. Sonnenberg out of the gun with Kramer to his right. 3 receivers right side, 1 to the near side. Sonnenberg, quick throw. He's got Kennefic. Kennefic at the 20, in for the TD.
Number 14, Jay Sonnenberg, pass complete to number 7, Connor Kennefic for a 48-yard touchdown. And now make the score, West Islip 6, Westhampton nothing.
Real good job. Good football here. Good route to get across the defender's face there. Kennefic, good hands. Good job reaching for the football. And then ultimately, just by body position, he's off to the races. And there's nobody in a good position at that point to chase him down from Westhampton Beach. So with 8:28 in the first, West Islip strikes first.
West Islip will go for the PAT.
Number 75,
Luke Alonji, one of the linemen, is their kicker. He puts it through. West Islip up 7-0. We'll take a quick break and be back with more right after this.
Not feeling the love after your last tennis match? We've got specialists for that. Running for the train, derail your knee? We've got specialists for that. Diving after that grounder, leaving you grounded? We've got specialists for that. Orlin Cohen's top orthopedic team has specialized expertise and extensive training from the nation's premier programs in sports medicine, knee, shoulder, hip, spine, hand, foot, and ankle. So you can feel better, faster.
What's your vision of retirement? Does it involve traveling the world? Or maybe spending time with family? Or even just relaxing, knowing that you're financially secure? Whatever your dream, having a financial plan in place can be key to making that a reality. At Rockline Wealth Management, our team of fiduciary financial advisors has over 55 years of combined experience helping clients build out and implement financial plans up to and through retirement. Our team tailors each plan to the unique goals of our individual clients to help them make informed decisions as their life goes forward. We provide personalized strategies to help our clients navigate the complexities of retirement planning, including building out a financial plan, estate planning reviews, tax planning, and investment strategies. Helping you to define and find your freedom in retirement is our goal. So let's get planning today. Schedule
Alonji to kick off. Calamita and Coffee are back to return. It comes to Calamita near side, crosses to the far side. Calamita still on the run across the 30 and tackled down near the 35-yard line.
Number 14, Ace Calamita.
Yeah, good job on the kick coverage there. A little bit of a shorter kick.
Downfield.
Ben Delanoy with the special teams tackle for the Lions. So now we'll see the Hurricanes on offense for the first time.
Westhampton will take over 1st and 10 on their own 34-yard line.
Interesting to see how this develops now, right, with Faye at the helm.
Westhampton with a couple key injuries on offense, so let's see what they can get done with a 1st and 10 here. Hand off on 1st down. We've got a flag coming in late after not a big gain, a gain of a yard, maybe 2.
Number 9, Nick Simone on the carry, flag on play.
Simone got the carry, but it looks like the penalty's going to go on the Lions.
Yeah, it looked like a face mask signal coming from the referee on West Islip.
Nick Simone, the featured back for the Westhampton Hurricanes. We're going to see a big dose of him tonight. hard runner, according to Coach Schaumloffel. So now it's going to be 1st and 2. Simone behind Faye. Faye to throw. Going deep. And just out of the reach, trying to get Riley Murray on that play.
Yeah, fortunate in coverage here. Kennefic falls down in coverage, and it ends up being almost a wide open seam route there, but just can't connect. And that's kind of what you expect when you're seeing a new quarterback, right? Has a little bit of experience because he played a half last week, or a little bit more than a half, but that timing out is going to be off, we expect.
2nd and short for Westhampton. Faye works out of the gun, hands off Simone. Simone tries the left side. He's got the 1st down and more. Cross midfield out close to the 45.
Yeah, this is what I think we kind of expect in the game plan here, that Westhampton is going to be heavy run. Not that they won't throw to keep West Islip honest and maybe keep them back on their heels a little bit, but when you have the size that Westhampton Beach has up front, you've got to expect that at some point you're going to try to impose your will offensively and get West Islip moving backwards.
1st and 10 from the West Islip 46. Simone to the right of Faye. Simone straight up the teeth and bulls his way forward for 6 or 7.
Yeah, good hard run here. Really good job up front. Westhampton Beach is really getting into this West Islip front, which, again, they do have that size advantage, and you're seeing a lot of movement up front. And then Simone on top of that, taking defenders with him as he keeps churning those legs and getting those extra yards. Finishing the run the right way, giving him a short 2nd down.
2nd and 2. Now from the 38-yard line are the Hurricanes. Again, it's Simone. Again up the middle. He's driving forward, and he may have just picked up enough. They're marking him short, but I'm not sure about that.
Yeah, it looks like this will be relatively close as far as, depending on where that spot is. Looks like they do have him short, and it'll be a real short 3rd down. Again, pretty good push up front. If I'm Westhampton Beach, I'd like to see my guys stay on the block a little bit longer. Simone's the type of guy that if you give him a little bit of space, he's fast enough, and he's strong enough to break tackles. He can run around you, he can run through you if he needs to.
Simone called by his coach a hard runner. We saw some of it right there. Not a big kid, but a powerful, small kid. Simone up the middle again. They greet him, and I think they stopped him short. Good job by that West Islip front.
Yeah, doing a really good job getting off these blocks.
Number 9, Simone on the carry. Tackle on the play, number 33.
When you're a little bit undersized compared to the guys coming at you, right, you really got to use your hands. You really got to be athletic. West Islip has that, and that's going to be their best chance to go ahead and stop the run, is get rid of those blocks as quick as they possibly can.
Westhampton will go for it on 4th down. Couple checks of the wristband, and now Simone flips around to Faye's right. Puts his head down, and they stopped him again. I believe Matt Marker might have been the first guy to greet him again.
Yeah, West Islip's getting off the ball real fast now, and they're making plays in the backfield because they're getting the penetration that they need to get. Right, you can see them getting in. They're playing lower under the shoulder pads. I think I could see out here the defensive coordinator yelling at his team to stay low, to play low, and that's exactly what's happening. They're quick, they're athletic, and they're getting underneath the shoulder pads of these big fellas up front, and they did enough to go ahead and make that stop. That's a big stop here in the first.
Matt Marker had 7 tackles last week, and 2 big ones in a row right there for West Islip. They'll take over on downs. 1st and 10 from the 36-yard line. Sonnenberg under center. Hands off Kramer. Kramer with the spinorama, and all that for maybe 2 yards.
Number 4, Jake Kramer on carry. Tackle on the play, number 45, Andrew Lewis.
Yeah, pretty good job here. Westhampton Beach, right? This is a little bit of a statement, right, that they need to make defensively. turnover on downs, right? Tough. You don't find a way to get it into the end zone. You had a couple of short downs, 3rd and 4th. Now you turn the ball over. You got to make a stand here and get your offense the ball back.
2nd and 8 after a short gain on 1st. We've got motion, and I believe that's going to go on West Islip. It's going to back them up 5.
Yeah, sometimes early on in the year, right, we see more of these penalties, and as the year goes on and folks get a little bit more settled in their positions and a little bit more confident in what they're doing, they settle, they slow the game down a little bit. And but, yeah, sometimes early, first couple of weeks, you see the offsides, you see the jumps.
It's going to bring up 2nd and 13. We just touched on the weather in the opening, Nick. Pretty warm night here in western Suffolk tonight.
Yeah, tough to believe the calendar says September when it feels like August.
2nd and 13 for the Lions. 3 receivers left side. Sonnenberg escapes one, but can't escape the other, and they're calling him down. So that's going to be a big loss for the Lions.
Number 44, T.J. Sonnenberg, sack, number 18.
Yeah, he works his way out to the trips after the fake handoff in the backfield, a little bit of play action. And, he's got the first receiver out here in the flat, and obviously he does lose his footing and put his knee down. But some of those routes are kind of working away from him towards the middle of the field, which is a tough throw, kind of back against your body there, a little bit tough. I probably would have liked to see him just go ahead and dump that ball off and take the short completion. I'm sure everybody would at that point.
They're going to give Lee DeBellis credit for that sack for Westhampton. So his twin made a play earlier. Now Lee makes one.
Not a lot of plays in the playbook at this distance, Mike. Draws, screens.
3rd and very long. Sonnenberg comes over for a word. He's got the word. And let's see what the call is on 3rd and 25. From their own 22. Spread formation, 2 receivers each side for Sonnenberg. Takes the snap, looks around. Now he's going to put it up deep. And just out of the reach of Kennefic. Good coverage on the play by Brady Hudson.
Yeah, pretty good job downfield. Right, the key here is, and somebody's taking a shot like that, just don't get stacked behind the receiver, giving him a much easier pitch and catch type of play. But, Westhampton equal to the task there. Right now handing West Islip a long 4th down here. We would imagine they're going to go ahead and come out in a punt formation and try to kick this ball, play a little bit of field position here.
Alonji, a lineman, the punter, the place kicker, does a lot. He's going to boot this one away. Lefty punter. That ball bounces just before midfield, and it hit one of the Lions, so I believe they're going to bring that back to where it was.
And the punt is down by number 6.
Yeah, I'm not sure whether or not they saw a touch. I guess based on where they're spotting it, they didn't. But that's a pretty good job by the punter. If that's indeed where that ball is going to be downed, of flipping the field and not just handing it to him at midfield around the 50 or less. We see that happen a lot in high school where we don't get the punt we want and bounces around and it takes off.
Let's see if we can get another look at this one, Nick. I could have sworn around midfield it touched the leg of one of the West Islip players.
Let's take a look here. It's hard to tell. It does take a weird skip there, no question.
Fay is almost picked off in the middle of the field. Good coverage that time by the middle linebacker, A.J. Gentile.
Yeah, these are one of the ones that you kind of dream about. It would have been a heck of a play for him to go ahead and pull that in. He almost does with his right hand. He just does the right thing. He drops kind of into that underneath coverage, and Fay almost throws him a pick 6 because if he goes ahead and handles that ball, he's running for a while.
Second and 10 for Westhampton. from their own 34-yard line. Got a little bit of a sweep going, and that sniffed out. It didn't look good from the start, and it wasn't good for Coffee.
Number 2, Kyle Coffey on carry. Tackle on the play by number 17, Ryan Gaffney.
Yeah, they run the wing back the other way, and they bring this from the other side, and you can just see the timing is a little bit off. It takes too long to develop in the backfield, and when you're behind the ball and you're not moving forward, the more tenths of a second you take back there, you go ahead and give that defense a good opportunity to go ahead and string that out and make a play. And West Islip is very disciplined, and they're not going to go chasing anything, and they're going to stay home and they're going to make those plays.
That was Gaffney who got into that backfield quickly and blew that play up. So now 3rd and 14 for Westhampton. Fay unloads quickly, and he's looking for Calamita. It goes off his hands.
Yeah, pretty good route, pretty good slant, good look by Fay. This ball's just a little bit high. He's got pretty good position. He breaks this off quick, puts that left foot in the ground. If he catches this, he's probably not going to be able to turn it into too much because we got 3 defenders sitting there at that point. But ultimately, you just want to start connecting on those things. Just feel pretty good, a little bit better about the offense. Try to get yourself in a rhythm, especially with a new quarterback.
Riley Murray is the punter. Sends a high kick, fair catch at about the 41-yard line. That's where the Lions will take over.
Yeah, so this is a good flip here as far as field position for West Islip. They get a big stop, and now they're starting just outside their 40. And again, this is first quarter action, but this is another stop that Westhampton Beach has to make. And they do have a decent amount of guys, especially some of their bigger guys, playing both ways. So they got to find a way to get a stop. And, again, see if they can establish some kind of rhythm on offense, complete a couple of maybe stop routes or something quick, a quick hitter, and start to get Fay in a little bit of a rhythm, maybe get him running a little bit too.
Sonnenberg works out of the gun on 1st and 10. Throws over the middle. He's picked off. Coffee back the other way, and Coffee is out to the West Islip 37-yard line.
Yeah, this is, just what the doctor ordered here for Westhampton Beach. You could see they go play action. He really rides the fake for a while, and he's looking for that kind of that quick pop pass, from that tight release from the top of the formation. And again, Westhampton doing a pretty good job in coverage, making their drops and ultimately making a big play.
2:39 left in the first quarter. West Islip up 7-0 against Westhampton Beach here at home on a Friday night. Kyle Coffey with the pick. And now the Hurricanes back on offense behind Fay. Fay has Simone right behind him. Now he shifts around to his left. 2 receivers left side for Fay. Throws left side, easy completion, and gain of maybe 6 or 7 on the pickup.
Yeah, that's what we were talking about a moment or so ago, Mike, right? Try to get Fay in a rhythm. Again, he's a new quarterback, not used to the position. Give him something quick, right? Get an athlete in space. This is a quick throw and catch. Get yourself 6 yards. In a spread offense, that's as good as a run, right? In some cases, we kind of look at that as a run play.
And it's going to bring up a 2nd and 4. We're down approaching the 2-minute mark to go in the first quarter. Westhampton trying to get on the board for the first time. Fay is run over. My goodness. Ball is loose, but I think they're going to say he was down.
Number 14, Jack Elko.
Jack Elko.
Yeah, this comes out from his front side here. There's just a ton of pressure. The fake doesn't really hold anybody. They come off the edge here, and they're right in his face, and they put him down at that point. It looks like when he hits the ground, that's when the ball comes out, right? So the ground causes the fumble, and there won't be a turnover here. So they're fortunate to maintain the ball, and Faye's fortunate, to get off the turf there. He took a pretty good shot.
Elko and Gaffney both back there, and Simone said to himself, which guy should I block? I can't take them both. Faye, high floater, caught by Simone, but he's down quickly.
Yeah, they run this middle screen. And again, you have a couple of defenders here in this defense that definitely smell right screen here in the middle. And once they do, they drop here into coverage. And, right, looks like we have an interception. And no, they're saying no. Right, Westhampton still with the ball. Fortunate that ball wasn't turned over right there.
Yeah, Simone had to go up high just to get that one away from the defender. So Murray is going to kick it away from midfield. And it goes into the end zone for a touchback. We're going to take a quick break and be back with more right after this. 46 seconds left in the first. West Islip up 7-0.
Jump shot, leave your knee shot? We've got specialists for that. Face down after that face off? We've got specialists for that. Half pipe leave you full of pain? We've got specialists for that. Orlin Cohen's top orthopedic team has specialized expertise and extensive training from the nation's premier programs in sports medicine, knee, shoulder, hip, spine, hand, foot, and ankle, so you can feel better faster.
West Islip back on the attack from their own 20 with a 1st and 10. TJ Sonnenberg, quick sling to the left side, complete to Kramer, and Kramer stepped out. Boy, otherwise he was gone.
Yeah, this is one of those bunch formations here that we have at the bottom of the screen, and all they basically do, right, is the front three release. We step back here with Kramer. Kramer goes ahead and takes the ball. They do a pretty good job on the outside, really blocking their man, and sometimes those blocks are tough because the defender turns back to you, and ultimately you got to do everything you can to make sure that you don't put your hands on his back and push him in a different direction.
Gain of 14 on that last play. It's 1st and 10 from the 34. Sonnenberg's going to take it himself down the left sideline. Good effort by Coffey to push him out. Well, actually, check it. It's DeBellis who pushes him out.
Yeah, part of playing defense is sometimes using the sideline if you can't make the tackle. So using that as your 12th man, if you will. Just not giving him space up the sideline, which West Islip certainly looks like that's their game plan is maybe testing the edge a lot more than they are looking to go between the tackles.
2nd and 5. We're down under 30 seconds left to go in the quarter. Weird exchange on that play. I think Sonnenberg was trying to hand it off and ended up keeping it and getting tackled.
Yeah, you could see the timing here is off. And so what happens is that mesh point is off. So now that ball is on the hip. Ball carrier doesn't know whether he should be clamping down on it or whether or not the quarterback is pulling it. So everything is slow. It doesn't develop, and it ends up being a little bit of a mess in the backfield.
That's the end of the first quarter. West Islip up 7-0 after 1. We're back with more action right after this.
Not feeling the love after your last tennis match? We've got specialists for that. Running for the train, derail your knee? We've got specialists for that. Diving after that grounder, leaving you grounded? We've got specialists for that. Orlin Cohen's top orthopedic team has specialized expertise and extensive training from the nation's premier programs in sports medicine, knee, shoulder, hip, spine, hand, foot, and ankle, so you can feel better faster.
Start of the second quarter from here at West Islip. Mike Trezza and Nick Martone on hand, along with our T&D Sports video crew to bring you this one. Week 2 action here in Suffolk County, Division 3. Third down for West Islip. We've got a flag down. That pass is complete, but they blew it dead. Procedure on West Islip.
Yeah, a couple of these penalties already, backing them up behind the sticks now here, putting them on third down.
West Islip moving the ball well. They should be up more than 7-0 in this game, but as you mentioned, Nick, few early season mistakes here.
Yeah, between the penalties and a couple of big losses on downs, a couple of sacks and plays behind the line of scrimmage, backing them up a few different times.
It's going to bring up 3rd and 13 from the 31-yard line. Here's the sweep with Brewster. Brewster hurdles a defender and gets the first down.
Yeah, real good job here. I like the play design. West Islip bringing a lot of bodies here out in front, right? Shifting the formation and then ultimately motioning to the ball carry side and ultimately a good run here, a good positive run.
Sonnenberg to the sideline. They bring him down after a gain of 2. Hudson on the tackle.
As a past quarterback, many days in my past, Mike, I'm a little bit upset that we don't give the quarterback a lead blocker. Running backs get lead blockers, but quarterbacks don't. What's going on? Takes a pretty big shot there by the sideline. You don't want to take too many of those.
TJ, nice-sized kid, 6'1", 215. But again, as you mentioned, you don't want your quarterback taking too many of those shots. 2nd and 8 for West Islip from their own 49-yard line. Kramer behind Sonnenberg. Kramer takes it up the middle. And again, they're having trouble with that run up the middle.
Yeah, it's tough to make some room up front. And this particular play, that defensive front for Westhampton Beach did a really good job getting rid of, and you could see too, I don't know if it's by design is what it looks like, but West Islip was quick to get up to the second level and bypass the first, and unfortunately the first level made the play. So you can get into the linebackers, but if you can't break the line of scrimmage, those blocks won't matter much.
Andrew Lewis makes the tackle from his middle linebacker spot. 3rd and 7. Sonnenberg, indecision, dumps it last minute. It's incomplete.
This looked like a design run play. It really didn't look like a design pass play. Maybe it was another one of those pop pass options or whatever it was. Looked like it was just some kind of option this way. And West Islip is very fortunate that they're not called for linemen downfield, right? Especially since, again, to me, that didn't look like a pass play. It looked like a design run play, and then all of a sudden he went, uh-oh, I got to make something positive happen. Very fortunate they didn't take a penalty there.
Alonji on to boot it away. Lagelfo and Coffey are back. It's coming Coffey's way, but it'll never get to him. It bounces on the sideline just inside the 25.
Yeah, good stop here by Westhampton Beach, right? West Islip had a couple of plays early, trying to, ultimately they were moving the sticks, and then, things just kind of came to a pause. They kind of slowed down, and we've seen that in a few drives already, Mike.
West Islip, not a lot of big kids on the roster, a lot of athletic kids, and Westhampton does have some big kids on their offensive line. A couple of them go two ways and clog up that middle on defense.
Yeah, absolutely. Westhampton up front, I think averaging like 272 pounds up front. Big fellas up there.
Pat Fay back at quarterback for Westhampton with Simone to his left. Simone shifts around to his right. Now Coffey in motion. Coffey takes the handoff on the sweep and picks up 5 or 6. Good gain on that play.
Yeah, positive first down play, right? You can go ahead and get yourself 4 or 5. It looks like here they might have gotten close to 6. A good positive play. Westhampton Beach doing a pretty good job at the point of attack, getting up to the second level too, and getting hats on guys and doing a good job of making some hay there.
2nd and 3 for the Hurricanes. Simone showing some power and a spin move out across the 40 for a first down.
Yeah, this is a pretty good job. Again, up front, getting a little bit of movement now. We're seeing the big fellas up front for Westhampton Beach really starting to get some push. You could see them really being able to turn those West Islip shoulder pads back out and open up a huge hole for Simone and the way he runs, right? That's an easy first down for him to pick up.
Good block by Sonny Hebert on that last play. 1st and 10 Westhampton from their own 42. Simone tries to bounce it outside, and he gets bounced back.
Yeah, pretty good job getting about half here, right? Getting about half. Getting yourself to a manageable, second down and maybe a short 6 or maybe 5. And, again, you could see, West Islip, again, getting off the ball pretty quick, and they're athletic and they're fast, but we're seeing a couple of mistakes as far as their path to the ball, and they're not necessarily closing up all those doors and windows up front, and they're pursuing a little bit too far outside and kind of opening up that middle.
2nd and 6 from the 46. Under 9 minutes to play before halftime. High snap. Handoff goes to Simone, and Simone had to wait that extra second. That slowed him down.
Yeah, absolutely. You want these plays to be that quick hit, right, to hit that hole when it's open and available. You can see the high snap is really what ultimately slows the play down. And West Islip getting across the ball real quick, making a big stop, bringing up kind of that mid-range 3rd down.
Jason Carlson with a good job of pursuing that play from the back. Made the tackle for West Islip. Now it's 3rd and 5, 8:12 left in the second quarter. Westhampton trails on the road against West Islip 7-0. 3 receivers left side for Fay. Fay drifts left, now lets it go left side, looking for Coffee, and it's picked off. Picked off by Peter Malone.
This is a great play defensively. This is what you teach your D-backs to do, to go ahead and high point the football and just be athletes. And it looks like, as far as what we see here out of the trips here at the bottom of the screen, and we see that kind of that quick corner move here by the middle receiver, and that's the ball that gets thrown. But, West Islip doing a really good job into that zone, making sure nobody beats them there, and ultimately just playing football, right? Just being an athlete. The ball's up, we go ahead, we close on it, and they make a play.
Malone, not a big corner at 5'9", $165, but did get air under him on that play. West Islip back on offense, 1st and 10 from their own 27-yard line. 7:52 left in the second. Quick pass to Kramer near side. Kramer avoids one defender, and we've got a flag down in the play.
It looks like they picked up the flag on the play. Little screen out here to number 4, Kramer. Does a pretty good job picking up some blocks, getting a big first down gain.
2nd and 3 from the 35 for West Islip. Looking to add to this 7-0 lead. Kramer left side. Turns on the Jets, turns it back inside and crosses midfield.
Yeah, that's probably a touchdown-saving tackle by Westhampton there on the outside. And otherwise, Kramer's off to the races here. You can see up front, West Islip doing a good job really getting helmets to the point of attack. A lot of solid blocks there up front. A couple of pancakes, too. Almost sent Kramer off to the races.
Tom Nuccio, the center, with a good job on that play. 1st and 10 for West Islip now from the 48-yard line. And they drew Westhampton offsides. It's going to be a free 5.
Flag on the play. And will be against Westhampton for encroachment.
Yeah, just a quick little loss of focus and concentration there. Really got to find a way to get your eye on the ball.
First and 5, West Islip. Here's Brewster. Brewster across the 20, and another West Islip first down.
Yeah, it looked like towards the end of the run here, real close to a horse collar. The other thing, I think there early on in the play, West Islip was pretty fortunate not to get caught with 2 men moving before that ball got snapped. But neither penalty called here, and a big gain for West Islip deep into Westhampton's end of the field.
We've got a timeout. We'll take a quick step away. West Islip up 7-0.
What's your vision of retirement? Does it involve traveling the world? Or maybe spending time with family? Or even just relaxing, knowing that you're financially secure? Whatever your dream, having a financial plan in place can be key to making that a reality. At Rockline Wealth Management, our team of fiduciary financial advisors has over 55 years of combined experience helping clients build out and implement financial plans up to and through retirement. Our team tailors each plan to the unique goals of our individual clients to help them make informed decisions as their life goes forward. We provide personalized strategies to help our clients navigate the complexities of retirement planning, including building out a financial plan, estate planning reviews, tax planning, and investment strategies. Helping you to define and find your freedom in retirement is our goal. So let's get planning today. Schedule your free consultation with one of our fiduciary financial advisors.
We've got a flag down before that play can get underway, and it's going to be offsides again on Westhampton.
A lot of laundry here on the field in the first half. A lot of laundry. Don't like it in football, don't like it in real life. Too much.
You a Tide Pod kind of guy, Nick?
Sure. Sure. I'm really good at starting the laundry, Mike. Finishing the laundry's a problem.
1st and 5. 3 receivers, right side. Sonnenberg takes himself, tiptoes the line, and is knocked out just before the goal line.
Yeah, they come back to this. It's kind of this full house look out in front, right? They're bringing everybody. They're bringing a lot of bodies and bringing Sonnenberg behind it. They get a good block there at the edge. Just kind of one too many here to go ahead and block. And he almost pulls this acrobat move off down the sideline, but just not quite.
That's going to be 1st and goal now from the 7-yard line for West Islip. 6:28 left in the half. Looking to build on this 7-0 lead. Handoff Kramer. Kramer is knocked down just inside the 5. Good D that time. Derek Hansen makes the stop.
Yeah, good job. Tough person to tackle in these spaces here. Kramer's got good feet. He's got good moves. He's elusive. Obviously, he's fast. You feel like anytime you stop him for less than a 5-yard gain, you've won.
2nd and goal from the 3. Brewster in motion to his right. Sonnenberg takes the snap, hands off to Kramer, and they get him in the backfield. Good job by that Westhampton defense knifing across.
Yeah, this looked like 18. DeBellis off the edge, comes free, right, untouched, unblocked, and gets enough. to go ahead and stop that ball from finding its way into the end zone.
3rd and goal. West Islip wouldn't mind taking a little more time off this clock and then scoring. Brewster in the slot. Kennefick, the receiver, to the near sideline. Brewster in motion again. Sonnenberg to Kramer. Kramer tries the middle. Kramer with the giddy up.
Yeah, you were kind of wondering here, right, when West Islip was going to come back the other way and test the other side of that defense, and they do, and Westhampton doesn't do a bad job kind of closing off the edge, but Kramer puts his foot in the ground and finds a way in.
13-0. West Islip looking for the extra point here. We've got an injury on the field. We'll take a quick step away.
Jump shot, leave your knee shot? We've got specialists for that. Face down after that face off? We've got specialists for that. Half pipe, leave you full of pain? We've got specialists for that. Orlin Cohen's top orthopedic team has specialized expertise and extensive training from the nation's premier programs in sports medicine, knee, shoulder, hip, spine, hand, foot, and ankle, so you can feel better faster.
Alonji on for the extra point. Trevor Scott to hold. Kick is up, that's good. And West Islip's up 7-0. We'll take a quick step away.
Experience, trusted, proven, excellence. Over 20 years of professional sports video production, the industry standard, T&D Sports Video Production. Whether it's a single game, a whole season, or a college recruitment video, T&D Sports is your one-stop video solution. T&D Sports Video Productions. All sports, all levels, all the time.
Alonji to kick off. Calamita and Coffey are back deep to return for Westhampton. We're under 5 minutes to go. West Islip's just gone up 14-0. Mike Trezin, Nick Martone on hand, along with our T&D Sports video crew to bring you this one. Week 2 action right here in Suffolk County Division 3. West Islip up in Division 2 for a number of years, Nick, and now I guess enrollment dropped a little bit, and they're here in 3.
Division 2, Mike, for 44 years. 44 years.
And the schedule's not going to get any tougher, not going to get any easier, I should say. They still have to take on Smithtown West and Sayville. Got a nice return on this play by Calamita. Calamita crossed the 30 before he's pushed out.
Yeah, absolutely. They see Smithtown West this coming week. Smithtown West put up 35 points against Westhampton Beach. And so we said before, West Islip has their work cut out for them, right? Seeing a 2 seed this week, seeing the 4 seed next week. You know, tonight they're starting to get things going offensively, defensively, a couple of big stops.
Coach Schaumloffel, you see him right there on your screen, instructing his huddle. Again, he's got to get his kids to keep their heads up and know that he's going to eventually get the right guys in the right spots and get them playing as a team offensively.
Yeah, if you can find a way to get down the field here and find a way to put it in the end zone before halftime, they're getting the kick at the half, so that would be huge.
Fay hands off to Simone on the right side. Simone almost broke one. Arm tackle brought him down after a gain of 8.
That's a good play. It's a good positive run, almost getting all 10 that they need, getting 8, close to 9. And again, you like to see Westhampton Beach, right? Not panic mode. You're down by 2 scores. Still do what works. You've got guys up front that can move the defense, and you got a good back.
It was Will Delanoy for West Islip that slowed him up just enough. 4:14 left in the second. Simone, right side, sheds one tackler, picks up the first.
Yeah, pretty good job here, right? Knowing where that first down is, right? Some guys would be tempted to go ahead and take that ball to the sideline, try to race somebody to the edge, and end up taking a loss. He knows the down. He knows the situation. Simone puts his foot in the ground and goes ahead and gets north and gets the first.
Westhampton Beach offense very patient up to this point, and they will be as long as they can be. Fay with 2 receivers to the right. Coffey's the receiver in the slot. Simone. Again. Nice gain up the middle. Delanoy slams him down, but not before a gain of 6.
Yeah, good run, good hard run here in the middle, right? You could see a quick look, a quick read. Okay, we haven't seen Fay pull that yet. Okay, that's possible. That's something that Westhampton is looking at to see if West Islip is kind of respecting whether or not he has the football. But we've been real impressed here with Simone in the first half, finishing every single run.
Those big boys up front for Westhampton starting to throw their weight around a little bit as they did on that play. 2nd and 5. Fay, misdirection. Fay coming to the sideline. He's got the first down. And finally, he's stopped by Jack Elko.
Yeah, this play to me looked like maybe a little bit of an ad lib on Fay's part and him just being an athlete. High snap to his left side. He starts to move right and see that he doesn't have anything there and reverses field, which sometimes is a dangerous thing, but Westhampton doing a real good job up front and knowing where their quarterback was, peeling back to find blocks and making sure they get enough for him to get that first.
1st and 10 from the West Islip 45 now for Westhampton. 2.5 left in the second. Fay throws on the run. He's got a completion to Coffey, and Coffey has another first down.
Yeah, Westhampton moving the sticks here, moving the ball downfield. This is what we said, right? If they can find a way to get themselves in the end zone before the half, this game changes big time.
They're down under 2 minutes to play in the second. Clock keeps running. Fay looks at the wristband. Simone to his left. 2 receivers left side. Simone, they're after him, and they throw him for a loss. Elko again, he's been all over.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's the snap that dooms this play from the beginning. Fay is a good athlete. He's doing a good job of being able to recover and make these plays, but it's slowing down the backfield. It's slowing down the overall play. It's throwing off timing. And so now plays where, they were able to go ahead and make yardage, they're not. And now the plays are happening in the backfield for West Islip defensively.
And Westhampton has no choice but to call timeout here to preserve a little bit of time as we're down to 1.5 minutes. And as you mentioned, Nick, they desperately need to get on the board before the half.
Yeah, absolutely. They've got a positive drive going. Again, they've moved the sticks a number of times, and they've done it throwing the ball a little bit, mostly on the run, and mostly on the back of Nick Simone. A big play by Fay on that ad lib that we talked about before, but, some good positive runs. And like you put before, we are starting to see Westhampton up front impose their will a little bit, right, and get West Islip on their heels.
Some of those big boys up front. They've got Peters, who's 3'10". They've got Hebard, McGee, Brand, and Gilks on the right side. The kid they call Rooster had a good block a couple plays ago.
Yeah, we were on the field pregame, Mike, right? And that size is real. That size is real.
2nd and 12 after the loss on that last play. Minute and a half left. Fay going for a bunch. Going for Coffee. Coffee's in for the touchdown. Wow. Oh, check it. It's Lagelfo who makes the catch for the touchdown.
This is a really good throw, and it's into a pretty tight window. It's a good route. He does get behind the secondary, but Fay threads this ball pretty good, and it's not terrible coverage. West Islip is probably within an inch or two of swatting that ball away. It's a real good catch and throw. That's an impressive high school play.
Riley Murray for the extra point. Murray's kick is good, and we've got a game. West Islip 14 and Westhampton 7. We'll take a break and be back with more on the T&D Sports Video Game of the Week, brought to you by Orlin Cohen and Rockline Wealth Management.
Jump shot, leave your knee shot? We've got specialists for that. Face down after that face off? We've got specialists for that. Half pipe leave you full of pain? We've got specialists for that. Orlin Cohen's top orthopedic team has specialized expertise and extensive training from the nation's premier programs in sports medicine, knee, shoulder, hip, spine, hand, foot, and ankle, so you can feel better faster.
What's your vision of retirement? Does it involve traveling the world? Or maybe spending time with family? Or even just relaxing, knowing that you're financially secure? Whatever your dream, having a financial plan in place can be key to making that a reality. At Rockline Wealth Management, our team of fiduciary financial advisors has over 55 years of combined experience helping clients build out and implement financial plans up to and through retirement. Our team tailors each plan to the unique goals of our individual clients to help them make informed decisions as their life goes forward. We provide personalized strategies to help our clients navigate the complexities of retirement planning, including building out a financial plan, estate planning reviews, tax planning, and investment strategies. Helping you to define and find your freedom in retirement is our goal. So let's get planning today. Schedule your free consultation with one of our fiduciary financial advisors by giving us a call at 516-605-1624 or by clicking the link below. Thank you very much and have a great day.
Westhampton Beach now on the board, trailing 14-7. We've got a squib kick. Did West Islip get on that? I believe they did, and they're going to take over.
This is an interesting decision here. Sometimes you're hoping to maybe catch somebody sleeping a little bit, catch them off guard, and West Islip does a really good job of going after that football. That once it passes 10 yards, it's live, and that's Ben Delanoy. He does a good job coming in and making that play, preventing Westhampton from going ahead and taking it. But now you hand West Islip the football just outside the 50. After you put up those 7 points, could be a little bit dangerous here.
And they've got plenty of time, 1:32 to go 52 yards. So 1st and 10 from the 48 for Sonnenberg. Sonnenberg looking to unload. He does to the sideline. The ball was bobbled and incomplete. Trying to find Kennefic. Kennefic couldn't hold on.
Yeah, and he's a good receiver. This is a tough catch for him to make. He runs this out route, rounds it off just a little bit, and that allows the coverage to stay relatively close. Sonnenberg does a good job extending the play, giving himself the opportunity to go ahead and make that throw.
Also got a flag down on the play.
Yeah, it looks like the call was they had lineman downfield.
So that's going to cost them 5. And now we're down to 1:26 left in the half. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 15 for West Islip. Sonnenberg with Kramer to his right, 2 receivers each side. Sonnenberg stumbles a little bit, now looking to get rid of it. They're after him, and they chase him out of bounds. Good pursuit by that defensive front led by Andrew Lewis.
Yeah, again, Sonnenberg using his legs to extend the play. Just looked like the routes were just a little bit, kind of going in a different direction. He's looking to escape the pocket here, and unfortunately, a couple of those routes are going back towards the middle of the field, which only gave him the deep route towards the corner. And that's a tough ball to throw on the run. So, Sonnenberg, in my opinion, does the right thing. He tucks it, and he tries to make positive yardage, and he lives to make another play, not throwing a jump ball down there.
Cobb was after him, but it was Lewis who finally got to him at the end of that play. 2nd and 15. Sonnenberg down the right sideline, and good tackle that time by Nick Simone.
Yeah, good pursuit here by the defense. Okay, goes pull. Simone, you could see, was dropping into coverage just in case. Comes up, makes a pretty good tackle, right? This is a good open field tackle.
3rd and 12. We're under a minute to go in the half. If West Islip's going to tack on, they got to do it now. Sonnenberg with Simone after him. And he gets it off, gets it complete to Brewster for a 1st down.
This is a real great play. This is quality. This is Sonnenberg being an athlete. Evades Simone here. He's got him, right? And ultimately he's able to kind of spin away. Keeps the play going. There's strong pursuit from Westhampton until he can find space. And West Islip, number 8, Javon Brewster, does a good job coming back to his quarterback.
And we're taking a look, Nick, at that last play by Sonnenberg. Again, the art of improvisation. He gets it, and Brewster gets himself in the right spot, gets himself in a great spot. You and I started talking during the week about the top 10 large schools and the top 10 small schools on Long Island. Garden City is now considered a large school as they've moved up to 2. No surprise that they're at the top of Newsday's poll. Farmingdale, a team with a terrific running back, is number 2. Ward Melville, off their big victory last week, number 3 in the large schools. Floyd, number 4. Huntington, Pequot, Oceanside, East Islip, Mepham, and Sachem North round out the top 10. We'll get to the small schools a little bit later on. But meanwhile, we're down to 35 seconds left. Sonnenberg, whoa, that went through the hands of his receiver as well as a defender.
Yeah, trying to go quick strike here, hoping to get some points. Again, knowing that they're going to kick the ball off in the second half. Trying to take every opportunity here with the timeouts they have and throwing the football here. But, yeah, a little bit of a dangerous throw into traffic. Fortunate to come away with an incomplete pass. Mike, you mentioned, 2 out of those teams, they played each other week 1, Floyd and Sachem North. What an unbelievable football game, right? Went to overtime. Floyd ends up getting the victory 21-20. But, you couldn't ask for a better matchup, a closer game in a week 1.
Yeah, Suffolk County's going to have some competitive divisions this year. Here in 3, we're going to be very competitive. 2 is going to be a barn burner. And 1, of course, we'll talk about it later. We're going to do a couple of those games later on in the season. 2nd and 10, West Islip. Sonnenberg drifts right, throws right to the sideline, and not able to haul it in.
Yeah, this is a good job by number 18, Lee DeBellis, going ahead and finishing this hit on this out route and making sure that West Islip can't come up with this completion.
It's going for Malone on this play.
Yep. Very physical on both sides, right? That's what we've seen in this first half.
Now we're down to 27 seconds left. And it's 3rd and 10 for the Lions. 3 receivers left side. Kramer to the right of Sonnenberg. Sonnenberg, quick hitter to Kennefick. He's got a completion down the left sideline. Kennefick in for the TD. What a play by Kennefick.
Yeah, this is some athletic play here, right? As Sonnenberg goes ahead and throws this just quick hitch. Good job out in front. Stalk blocks by the West Islip receivers there. And ultimately, Kennefick finds the sideline, gets up the sideline, right? And at that point, he's just an athlete in space and finds his way into the end zone.
Alonji for the PAT. It's up, it's good, and West Islip is up 21-7, down to 16 seconds left. Well, let's take a look at some of the small schools, Nick, that are in Newsday's top 10 this week. Sayville, of course, is 1-0 because Sayville's always going to be 1-0. Cary, Plain Edge. Plain Edge was really good last year. Bayport was unbelievable until they ran into Wantagh in the finals of Long Island. Seaford's always very good. Wantagh, Southside, Babylon, Smithtown West is going to be a force, I think, this year in Suffolk 3. And then finally Bethpage, who's going to make some noise in Nassau 3.
Yeah, absolutely. Interesting to see how things unfolded. And again, like you said, a lot of these teams, Bayport competing for the Long Island Championship last year, fell short. Wantagh and Cary, both Long Island champions, playing in the same conference this year. That ought to be interesting. And teams that, typically on average find their way to the end, right? Find their way into the Final Four, find their way into the championship games, winning counties and winning Long Island championships. A lot of those teams, rich histories, right, of a lot of success in Long Island football.
And don't forget, Nick and I are going to jump over the border. We're going to jump over Route 110, Nick. Next week we'll be up at Syosset to bring you Syosset and Freeport, so that should be a good one.
Yeah, absolutely. The more we can go ahead and travel around this island and see good football, we're all about it.
Alonji to kick off. Calamita and Coffey are back. This time it's Calamita. Almost lets it get by him. Calamita shows some speed. And then finally is ganged up on just outside the 25-yard line.
Yeah, big score there, right, for West Islip to put it in with 16 seconds left. And ultimately it was a result of that decision to go ahead and try to kick short and try to recover. And West Islip with a short field made Westhampton pay for it and put the ball in the end zone and got themselves that 2-score lead right before the half is about to expire here.
So Coach Jomloff, I think, would be wise just to sit on the ball here and go in down by 2 TDs. Actually, it's 20-7. Here's Simone. Not a lot going, and that's going to be the end of the half. We're going to take a look one more time, Nick, at that touchdown by Kennefick, and you can take us through it.
Yeah, so we got trips here to the top of the screen. Again, it looks like West Islip's kind of running them off. They run into those stock blocks. You give Kennefick room and ultimately makes that one jab kind of back towards the inside, loses a defender, finds the sideline, and You could see West Islip even starting to celebrate a little bit before he was in the end zone, just knowing what kind of guy he is, what kind of athlete he is, and knows that he has a nose for the ball and the end zone and was going to find his way in.
We'll take a break and be back with some halftime coverage right after this. West Islip leads 20-7 over Westhampton. This is the Friday night game of the week, brought to you by Orlin Cohen and by Rockline Wealth Management.
Jump shot, leave your knee shot? We've got specialists for that. Face down after that face off? We've got specialists for that. Half pipe, leave you full of pain? We've got specialists for that. Orlin Cohen's top orthopedic team has specialized expertise and extensive training from the nation's premier programs in sports medicine, knee, shoulder, hip, spine, hand, foot, and ankle, so you can feel better, faster.
What's your vision of retirement? Does it involve traveling the world? Or maybe spending time with family? Or even just relaxing, knowing that you're financially secure? Whatever your dream, having a financial plan in place can be key to making that a reality. At Rockline Wealth Management, our team of fiduciary financial advisors has over 55 years of combined experience helping clients build out and implement financial plans up to and through retirement. Our team tailors each plan to the unique goals of our individual clients to help them make informed decisions as their life goes forward. We provide personalized strategies to help our clients navigate the complexities of retirement planning, including building out a financial plan, estate planning reviews, tax planning, and investment strategies. Helping you to define and find your freedom in retirement is our goal. So let's get planning today. Schedule your free consultation with one of our fiduciary financial advisors by giving us a call at 516-605-1624 or by clicking the link below. Thank you very much and have a great day.
Experience. Trusted. Proven. Excellence. Over 20 years of professional sports video production. The industry standard. T&D Sports Video Production. Whether it's a single game, a whole season, or a college recruitment video, T&D Sports is your one-stop video solution. T&D Sports Video Productions. All sports, all levels, all the time.
Not feeling the love after your last tennis match? We've got specialists for that. Running for the train, derail your knee? We've got specialists for that. Diving after that grounder, leaving you grounded? We've got specialists for that. Orlin Cohen's top orthopedic team has specialized expertise and extensive training from the nation's premier programs in sports medicine, knee, shoulder, hip, spine, hand, foot, and ankle. So you can feel better, faster.
What's your vision of retirement? Does it involve traveling the world? Or maybe spending time with family? Or even just relaxing, knowing that you're financially secure? Whatever your dream, having a financial plan in place can be key to making that a reality. At Rockline Wealth Management, our team of fiduciary financial advisors has over 55 years of combined experience helping clients build out and implement financial plans up to and through retirement. Our team tailors each plan to the unique goals of our individual clients to help them make informed decisions as their life goes forward. We provide personalized strategies to help our clients navigate the complexities of retirement planning, including building out a financial plan, estate planning reviews, tax planning, and investment strategies. Helping you to define and find your freedom in retirement is our goal. So let's get planning today. Schedule your free consultation with one of our fiduciary financial advisors by giving us a call at 516-605-1624 or by clicking the link below. Thank you very much and have a great day.
Experience. Trusted. Proven. Excellence. Over 20 years of professional sports video production. The industry standard. T&D Sports Video Production. Whether it's a single game, a whole season, or a college recruitment video, T&D Sports is your one-stop video solution. T&D Sports Video Productions. All sports, all levels, all the time.
Not feeling the love after your last tennis match? We've got specialists for that. Running for the train, derail your knee? We've got specialists for that. Diving after that grounder, leaving you grounded? We've got specialists for that. Orlin Cohen's top orthopedic team has specialized expertise and extensive training from the nation's premier programs in sports medicine, knee, shoulder, hip, spine, hand, foot, and ankle. So you can feel better, faster.
What's your vision of retirement? Does it involve traveling the world? Or maybe spending time with family? Or even just relaxing, knowing that you're financially secure? Whatever your dream, having a financial plan in place can be key to making that a reality. At Rockline Wealth Management, our team of fiduciary financial advisors has over 55 years of combined experience helping clients build out and implement financial plans up to and through retirement. Our team tailors each plan to the unique goals of our individual clients to help them make informed decisions as their life goes forward. We provide personalized strategies to help our clients navigate the complexities of retirement planning, including building out a financial plan, estate planning reviews, tax planning, and investment strategies. Helping you to define and find your freedom in retirement is our goal. So let's get planning today. Schedule your free consultation with one of our fiduciary financial advisors by giving us a call at 516-605-1624 or by clicking the link below. Thank you very much and have a great day.
Jump shot, leave your knee shot? We've got specialists for that. Face down after that face off? We've got specialists for that. Half pipe, leave you full of pain? We've got specialists for that. Orlin Cohen's top orthopedic team has specialized expertise and extensive training from the nation's premier programs in sports medicine, knee, shoulder, hip, spine, hand, foot, and ankle, so you can feel better, faster.
What's your vision of retirement? Does it involve traveling the world? Or maybe spending time with family? Or even just relaxing, knowing that you're financially secure? Whatever your dream, having a financial plan in place can be key to making that a reality. At Rockline Wealth Management, our team of fiduciary financial advisors has over 55 years of combined experience helping clients build out and implement financial plans up to and through retirement. Our team tailors each plan to the unique goals of our individual clients to help them make informed decisions as their life goes forward. We provide personalized strategies to help our clients navigate the complexities of retirement planning, including building out a financial plan, estate planning reviews, tax planning, and investment strategies. Helping you to define and find your freedom in retirement is our goal. So let's get planning today. Schedule your free consultation with one of our fiduciary financial advisors by giving us a call at 516-605-1624 or by clicking the link below. Thank you very much and have a great day.
Not feeling the love after your last tennis match? We've got specialists for that. Running for the train, derail your knee? We've got specialists for that. Diving after that grounder, leaving you grounded? We've got specialists for that. Orlin Cohen's top orthopedic team has specialized expertise and extensive training from the nation's premier programs in sports medicine, knee, shoulder, hip, spine, hand, foot, and ankle, so you can feel better, faster.
Experience. Trusted. Proven. Excellence. Over 20 years of professional sports video production. The industry standard. T&D Sports Video Production. Whether it's a single game, a whole season, or a college recruitment video, T&D Sports is your one-stop video solution. T&D Sports Video Productions. All sports, all levels, all the time.
Jump shot, leave your knee shot? We've got specialists for that. Face down after that face off? We've got specialists for that. Half pipe, leave you full of pain? We've got specialists for that. Orlin Cohen's top orthopedic team has specialized expertise and extensive training from the nation's premier programs in sports medicine, knee, shoulder, hip, spine, hand, foot, and ankle, so you can feel better, faster.
What's your vision of retirement? Does it involve traveling the world? Or maybe spending time with family? Or even just relaxing, knowing that you're financially secure? Whatever your dream, having a financial plan in place can be key to making that a reality. At Rockline Wealth Management, our team of fiduciary financial advisors has over 55 years of combined experience helping clients build out and implement financial plans up to and through retirement. Our team tailors each plan to the unique goals of our individual clients to help them make informed decisions as their life goes forward. We provide personalized strategies to help our clients navigate the complexities of retirement planning, including building out a financial plan, estate planning reviews, tax planning, and investment strategies. Helping you to define and find your freedom in retirement is our goal. So let's get planning today. Schedule your free consultation with one of our fiduciary financial advisors by giving us a call at 516-605-1624 or by clicking the link below. Thank you very much and have a great day.
Not feeling the love after your last tennis match? We've got specialists for that. Running for the train, derail your knee? We've got specialists for that. Diving after that grounder, leaving you grounded? We've got specialists for that. Orlin Cohen's top orthopedic team has specialized expertise and extensive training from the nation's premier programs in sports medicine, knee, shoulder, hip, spine, hand, foot, and ankle. So you can feel better, faster.
Halftime here at West Islip. West Islip on top of Westhampton Beach, 20-7. We take a look at our upcoming slate of games. Next Friday night, we're at Syosset High School as they take on Freeport in varsity football. Then we're going to switch over to some soccer. We've got Syosset against Plainview JFK on the 27th. On the 7th of October, it's Comac against Walt Whitman in boys soccer. Then the girls will take center stage on the 9th of October as Syosset takes on Massapequa. We've got Smithtown West against Sayville in football. That'll be a Friday night, the 10th of October. Following that, we've got Wantagh versus Bethpage in football. Sort of a neighborhood rivalry there. That should be a good one. And then, of course, on the 18th, we've got the ultimate rivalry, Sachem North against Sachem East.
Yeah, that ought to be a lot of fun. A lot of fun. We get to that stretch in the season when everybody's kind of rolling. You are who you are at that point, but, doesn't get bigger as far as bragging rights between those two.
And you and I will be doing double duty that weekend, a Friday night tilt and then a Saturday game. I'm going to have to stop at Starbucks, Nick, and pump you full of coffee before that Saturday game. Right?
It's football. I'll be wide awake and ready to go.
Right here, it's Lions 20, Hurricanes 7, as we get ready to start the third quarter from here at West Islip High School. We'll be back with the second half kickoff and all the action right after this right here on T&D.
Jump shot, leave your knee shot? We've got specialists for that. Face down after that face off? We've got specialists for that. Half pipe, leave you full of pain? We've got specialists for that. Orlin Cohen's top orthopedic team has specialized expertise and extensive training from the nation's premier programs in sports medicine, knee, shoulder, hip, spine, hand, foot, and ankle. So you can feel better, faster.
What's your vision of retirement? Does it involve traveling the world? Or maybe spending time with family? Or even just relaxing, knowing that you're financially secure? Whatever your dream, having a financial plan in place can be key to making that a reality. At Rockline Wealth Management, our team of fiduciary financial advisors has over 55 years of combined experience helping clients build out and implement financial plans up to and through retirement. Our team tailors each plan to the unique goals of our individual clients to help them make informed decisions as their life goes forward. We provide personalized strategies to help our clients navigate the complexities of retirement planning, including building out a financial plan, estate planning reviews, tax planning, and investment strategies. Helping you to define and find your freedom in retirement is our goal. So let's get planning today. Schedule your free consultation with one of our fiduciary financial advisors by giving us a call at 516-605-1624.
Third quarter now underway from here at West Islip. The kick from Melange goes long. It's taken by Calamita, gets spun around and slung down at the 28.
A pretty good head of steam coming out of that return. West Islip doing a pretty good job making sure that they contain that goal here in high school football, right? Try to make sure that the offense on the other side does not get themselves outside of the 30-yard line. If you can keep them as that average and make them drive 70 yards to go the other way, you like your chances playing defense.
20-7 as we take a quick look at the first half scoring summary.
Yeah, so we started off in that first quarter with about 8.5 minutes left. West Islip getting on the board with Kennefic with a 48-yard pass from Sonnenberg, and then West Islip cashed in again with about 4:56 left in the half. Kramer on a 3-yard run. Westhampton answered with 1:31 left in the second. Lagelfo with a 37-yard catch from Fay, and then West Islip capping off the scoring at the end of the first with 16 seconds left. Kennefic with a 37-yard touchdown of his own and a missed extra point.
Fay looked like he was trying to take it outside on that first play and then cut it back inside for minimal gain. Pickup of a yard, maybe two.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised here in the second half to start seeing maybe Fay carry the ball a little bit more, even if, just at minimal, that you're a decoy for the defense to look at, and then maybe opening up even a little bit more space for Simone, who's certainly been the workhorse for Westhampton here.
Simone to the left of Fay on 2nd and 9. Fay looking deep, puts it up deep. And it looked like he was a little unsure about which of those two receivers he was going for.
Yeah, it looked like two receivers running those routes into a pretty similar zone there. They kind of almost looked at each other like not sure who the ball was going to. It was kind of ended up in between the two, but the ball falls to the turf. It's a long incomplete pass, but it looks like we got a pause here for an injury on the defense for West Islip. Yeah, we got an out and up there from the inside, number 2, Kyle Coffey, and then a vertical, and these routes almost run right into each other. They're a little bit too tight. You want a little bit more separation this way. Keep the defense a little bit more honest, and don't allow one defender to almost play two routes by himself.
We'll take a quick break as we've got a player shaken up on the field.
Jump shot, leave your knee shot? We've got specialists for that. Face down after that face off? We've got specialists for that. Half pipe leave you full of pain? We've got specialists for that. Orlin Cohen's top orthopedic team has specialized expertise and extensive training from the nation's premier programs in sports medicine, knee, shoulder, hip, spine, hand, foot, and ankle, so you can feel better faster.
Third and 9 coming up for Westhampton. They trail 20-7. Nice sized crowd here at West Islip on a Friday night. As we mentioned, a little warm for football, but sometimes in September you get these kind of warm games. Handoff to Simone. He's dragged down from behind. Good defense on that play.
Yeah, real good pursuit up front, and again, we've talked about this a number of times. You see West Islip getting rid of blocks, shedding blocks real fast, doing a pretty good job as far as using their hands and getting rid of the offensive line and being able to string this play out, and nothing really there for Simone to be able to go ahead and get that edge, and faced with a long 4th down, it looks like Westhampton's going to go ahead and punt this ball away.
Carlson on that last stop. Murray onto punt. Gets off a low line drive. It takes a Westhampton bounce, and it's out of bounds inside the 35-yard line. That's where West Islip will start.
Yeah, key spot here early on, right in the second half. Westhampton not able to get the ball downfield, has to kick the ball away, and West Islip looking to see if they can go ahead and distance themselves from Westhampton with another score and get a drive going. Happy to see defensively Jack Elko come off under his own power a couple of plays ago on defense. Looks like he's okay.
I did not know somebody sampled Ozzy for a rap song. First and 10, West Islip. Sonnenberg to Kramer. Kramer looking for room in the middle, busts a tackle, and surges forward. Actually, it is Sonnenberg who keeps it himself.
Yeah, a little bit of a QB follow here. Bringing the wing from the backside, back out in front. Sonnenberg doing a good job just getting his hand on the back, moving forward till he finds some space. And like you said, right, making sure that he goes ahead and crosses that first down line. That's a big first run.
The advantage of having a quarterback the size of Sonnenberg is as the game goes on, you're willing to pound him a little bit more.
Yeah, it makes it tough on the defense, too, when the quarterback's a real run threat and somebody you got to account for.
First and 10, West Islip, 9:31 left in the third. This time it's Kramer, and Kramer can't get away from Andrew Lewis. Good tackle by Lewis.
Yeah, great pursuit coming up front. Kramer coming away from the play, limping just a little bit. Westhampton in the backfield immediately, and that penetration just messes up the play, messes up the timing. Kramer doesn't really have the opportunity to get those quick legs going. And it looks like that's who's down here on the turf, is number 4, Jake Kramer.
Will step away with an injury timeout on the field.
Jump shot, leave your knee shot? We've got specialists for that. Face down after that face off? We've got specialists for that. Half pipe, leave you full of pain? We've got specialists for that. Orlin Cohen's top orthopedic team has specialized expertise and extensive training from the nation's premier programs in sports medicine, knee, shoulder, hip, spine, hand, foot, and ankle, so you can feel better, faster.
Jake Kramer was the guy who was shaken up on that play, but Kramer able to get off on his own steam. So the West Islip drive continues with the 2nd and 10. Now from their own 44-yard line. 2 receivers each side for Sonnenberg. Flings it to Kennefick. Kennefick avoids 2. Kennefick down the sideline, and Coffey just grabs him and throws him down, or he was gone.
Yeah, and this is kind of that prototypical, almost, automatic play that everybody's got in their spread playbook and kind of functions almost like a run. If they get that block out front by McDermott, this play might even go for a little bit more. Westhampton doesn't do a terrible job of being able to recover after the big gain, but West Islip, big play on the outside, getting the ball to their playmakers.
First and 10, West Islip. Here's the handoff to Emmanuel Obayi, who's now in place of Kramer.
Yeah, it looks like we got a flag down here in that offensive backfield. Looks like it's going to be a hold on the Lions, bringing that ball back.
Obayi can't be thrilled. He said, my first carry, you got to hold when I'm in the game?
Yeah, absolutely. And it's a good, tough run by him. And by position, West Islip doing a good job up front. Big gain there on first down. Real tough to see that come back, especially on a hold call.
That's going to bring up a 1st and 20 from the 48. Sonnenberg flings it left side and a little bit too strong, looking for Kennefick again.
Yeah, hey, if it works, right, you keep working it until they stop it. And ultimately you got kind of this inside release by Kennefick. He works back to the outside, Sonnenberg just not quite setting his feet there, and maybe that kind of forces that ball back to the outside a little bit further than it needs to be, and they don't connect.
It's going to bring up a 2nd and 20. We're down to 8:17 left in the third. West Islip up here at home on a Friday night, 20-7 over Westhampton Beach. Obaye tried to get away on the inside, but they held on and brought him down. Dylan Herrera, one of those in on the stop for Westhampton.
See Kramer checking back in the game here to get back in the backfield. Looks like a little bit of a limp getting back on the field. Tough kid, tough player. Going to work through it.
3rd and 17, 7:40 left in the third. 3 receivers left side, this time for Sonnenberg. He's got his featured back, Kramer, back in the game. Quick toss, Kennefic. Kennefic at the 30. Kennefic will score again.
Number 44, TJ Sonnenberg, pass complete to number 75, Kennefic, for a 45-yard touchdown pass.
Yeah, here they are coming back to ultimately the play that works. Right, you have a step back here by Kennefic, out to the trip side. Good job, really good job on the outside, getting 3 key stock blocks that they need out in space, and they let Kennefic be Kennefic at this point. Kind of does that stutter stop, leaves the defender on the ground there and goes ahead and beats him to the goal line. And Kennefic's in the end zone for his 3rd score of the night.
And this time they're going to go for 2. Sonnenberg's going to come under center with Kramer behind him. Kramer. In for the 2. 28-7, West Islip on top. We'll take a quick step away and be back with more right after this.
What's your vision of retirement? Does it involve traveling the world? Or maybe spending time with family? Or even just relaxing, knowing that you're financially secure? Whatever your dream, having a financial plan in place can be key to making that a reality. At Rockline Wealth Management, our team of fiduciary financial advisors has over 55 years of combined experience helping clients build out and implement financial plans up to and through retirement. Our team tailors each plan to the unique goals of our individual clients to help them make informed decisions as their life goes forward. We provide personalized strategies to help our clients navigate the complexities of retirement planning, including building out a financial plan, estate planning reviews, tax planning, and investment strategies. Helping you to define and find your freedom in retirement is our goal. So let's get planning today. Schedule your free consultation with one of our fiduciary financial advisors by giving us a call at 516-605-1624 or by clicking the link below. Thank you very much and have a great day.
28-7, West Islip on top here at home against Westhampton Beach. Mike Trezza, Nick Martone on hand, along with our T&D Sports video crew, bringing you Suffolk County Division III action. Week 2.
A little bit of the Connor Kennefic show right now, Mike.
He's had a night. Calamita bobbles the kickoff, but picks it up and heads straight up to Teeth. Calamita shows the wheels, and he gets across the 35.
Yeah, this is a good run out, and it's good field position. Really excellent job. Nick Murphy, number 2, on the kick team, not only getting off the block, but making a huge stick on that tackle. Great job, just like you teach it. Just like you teach it the first day of full pads when you're doing tackling drills.
1st and 10, Westhampton. Fay hands off Simone. Simone finds room up the middle, picks up about 5.
Yeah, a good initial push up front. You just like to see them maybe hold that block just a little bit longer. Again, you still kind of get that sense that Simone is just, he's that close to being able to break it. If they can hold that block just a little bit longer, maybe get 1 or 2 up into the second level, he can go.
We talked about some of those big kids up front. The center, Ben McGee, goes 280. Hebert and Peters on the left side, and Brand and Gilks. This time Andrew Lewis in there on offense. Completion down the left sideline to Coffey. Coffey out near a first down.
Yeah, good job delivering that ball on the outside quick. Good stalk block to the top side of the field there, freeing up Coffey for a big gain to create this nice short 3rd down here.
Simone, a quick step over to his right. Fay barks out signals as Simone flips around to his left. 2 receivers left side for Fay. Hands off Simone. 1st down and more. Out across the 40. Down the left sideline and out across the 35 of West Islip. And now those big guys up front are starting to lean on West Islip a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely, right? This is certainly part the big fellas up front and also a big part here by Simone, right? There's 2 pieces of contact. That's 3, right? A little bit of a half spin before. That's 4. That's 5. That's 6 or 7 hands on him at that point.
1st and 10, and this time West Islip's in the backfield, and they stop Simone before he can get off the ball. That is Fear with the tackle. I'll actually check it. It is Will Delanoy.
Yeah, it does an excellent job. Most of the front does an excellent job jumping the snap there and getting in the backfield. Don't know if they just went on one a couple of times in a row or what that was, but allowed West Islip to just get into the backfield and stop that play well before it had a chance to get going.
Second and 12 after a loss on that last play. So Westhampton has been moving it on the ground, but took a loss, and I think now they're going to take a penalty, possibly for delay.
Either that or they might have broken the huddle with 12. They made a substitution change. It looked like Simone was coming out to run Wildcat.
Call Superina. Our lead official gives us that call, so Westhampton's going to back up even more. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 17 with 4.5 left in the 3rd.
Looks like Westhampton changed their mind maybe about running Wildcat with Simone. They've brought Fay back in.
Fay, as we mentioned in the opening, good athlete, baseball player. Can do a lot of things on the football field. This time he keeps it, goes around the left side, and good tackle as they undercut him. And Fay looks like he's slow to get up.
Yeah, it's a great job by number 11, Peter Malone, coming up from the outside. And Fay's real close to getting this corner, but does an excellent job just in his pursuit, coming down, making sure that he does a good job getting those shoulder pads on legs, on thighs there, and bringing Fay to the ground.
Again, Brady Hudson was having to decide which of the 2 guys in front of him he wanted to block that time, Nick.
Yeah, tough task to block 2. Tough enough task in open space to block 1.
So that's going to bring up a 3rd and 17. 3 receivers right side for Fay. Fay looks left, throws left. The receiver falls down and it's picked off. Once again, it is Peter Malone. Malone having a game.
Yeah, I mean, these are 2 excellent plays in a row, and it looks like as they're running this vertical off here, he does an excellent job. You could see he's reading the route, and he does a great job just continuing to move that way and make sure that he's by position, has him locked up, and then it looks like the feet get tangled a little bit. The receiver goes down, and the ball plays right into the hands of Peter Malone with a big pick. Those are 2 really good plays by a high school cornerback.
Lagelfo looking back for the ball, and which is what you should do. But as you said, Nick, the feet just get tangled up. He goes down. Malone stays up. Malone gets possession of the ball.
Yeah, there's a lot of cues that you use as a cover corner, right? You're really trying to, figure out when the ball's in the air. You don't want to spend too much time looking back for the ball, but there's certain things that a receiver is going to do to give away that the ball is on its way, right? Their eyes light up, their hands go up. So you anticipate the ball's on its way, and then if at that point you're peeking because you have good position, you're okay. What a lot of high school corners will do, will see that ball up and try to put their foot in the ground, and they'll come back to the ball or they'll stop, and then the next thing you know, the receiver's past you, it's in his lap, and he's in the end zone, and you're trying to figure out what happened. So that's a real good cover. That's a real good play. You could tell he's well coached. You could tell he's very smart out there, and that's a good defensive approach. That's how you play it. I wish more people on more levels played corner the way he just played that ball.
3:17 left in the 3rd. West Islip's just gotten the ball back now with a comfortable lead, 28-7 over visiting Westhampton. We've got a flag coming in before that play can get underway. I don't know if West Islip took too much time. They've got a procedure call on them.
Yeah, another false start here. One of the things that if West Islip's looking back at the game, and obviously they're in a good spot right now, certainly plenty of football left to play, but if they are able to finish off this game and get themselves a win, one of the things that they want to go back and take a look at is how do we clean up our game a little bit, right? How do we make sure that we're not taking penalties and handing good field position away or turning the ball over or any of those kind of things, right? So you're trying to recover from that, and that's the work you'll do going into week 3.
1st and 15. Sonnenberg still in there at work. Hands off to Kramer. He gets belted down to the ground after a short gain.
Yeah, there wasn't really a cutback lane for him there. You could see he's still kind of managing that leg a little bit, it looks like. And it looks like Westhampton has a player down as well that they're tending to, and West Islip. A couple of players down. Not sure what kind of injuries these are. Also realizing it's pretty hot tonight, so there's a chance that people are cramping up a little bit. But hopefully everybody will be able to get up and resume play.
With 3 minutes left in the 3rd, we'll take a quick step away for an injury timeout.
Not feeling the love after your last tennis match? We've got specialists for that. Running for the train, derail your knee? We've got specialists for that. Diving after that grounder, leaving you grounded? We've got specialists for that. Orlin Cohen's top orthopedic team has specialized expertise and extensive training from the nation's premier programs in sports medicine, knee, shoulder, hip, spine, hand, foot, and ankle. So you can feel better, faster.
What's your vision of retirement? Does it involve traveling the world? Or maybe spending time with family? Or even just relaxing, knowing that you're financially secure? Whatever your dream, having a financial plan in place can be key to making that a reality. At Rockline Wealth Management, our team of fiduciary financial advisors has over 55 years of combined experience helping clients build out and implement financial plans up to and through retirement. Our team tailors each plan to the unique goals of our individual clients to help them make informed decisions as their life goes forward. We provide personalized strategies to help our clients navigate the complexities of retirement planning, including building out a financial plan, estate planning reviews, tax planning, and investment strategies. Helping you to define and find your freedom in retirement is our goal. So let's get planning today. Schedule your free consultation with one of our fiduciary financial advisors by giving us a call at 516-605-1624 or
2nd and 15. Brewster gets the carry this time. And he's slow to get up. Let's take a look while we're waiting for them to check on Brewster of the upcoming games. Next Friday night, we're at Syosset for Nassau 1 matchup against Freeport. We've got a little bit of soccer coming your way. 3 games in a row on the 27th at Syosset in Plainview, JFK. On the 7th, it's the boys again, this time in Suffolk as Comac takes on Walt Whitman. Then the girls, soccer on the 9th of October, that's Syosset against Pequot. We'll be back with Smithtown West against Sayville in Suffolk County D3 football. Wantagh against Bethpage in Nassau 3. And then, of course, on the 18th, it's the Battle of Sachem. Sachem North against Sachem East. That one should be good. Both of those teams in Suffolk County D1 now.
Yeah, absolutely. Great slate of games here that we'll be covering. Interesting to see how things will shape up in the next couple of weeks before we get to that point. But that Sachem North, Sachem East game, there's got to be a lot of people circling that one on their calendar to go ahead and see that.
And don't forget that little asterisk at the bottom, Nick. TBD, we've got playoff games to be announced. That's when you and I really get busy at that time of year.
No doubt. It'll get here quick. It really will. And it's going to be interesting to see again how some of these divisions shape up. You know, some teams being in some of the divisions they have been for a long time and starting to see some of those changes. Really exciting.
28-7 right here. West Islip in command over Westhampton Beach. 2.5 left. Clock ticking down. 2.5 in the third, I should say. Sonnenberg's still in there. And Sonnenberg's going to take it himself this time. Gets wrapped up and stacked up and brought down. Also thought it might get a little cooler as the sun set and we are completely in darkness, but it still seems very warm out here.
Yeah, I don't know that I've felt or seen a breeze since we've been here, Mike.
Down under 2 minutes left in the third. West Islip's going to kick it away on 4th down. Coffey will let it bounce in front of him, and Westhampton will get good field position inside the 35-yard line of West Islip.
Yeah, it's a pretty good job just to get this kick away because Westhampton Beach was in his face as he's booting this ball, and Westhampton is going to now end up with the best field position they've had of the night, and they've got to make it count. They've got to find a way to get in, and they've got to find a way to make this a 2-score game.
Want to ask you, Nick, what is the right time in your view? You're up by three scores, the third quarter winding down. What is the right time to take out your starting QB, some of your skill kids, and get some of those backups a little bit of run here if you're Coach Maletti?
I think a lot of folks will probably wait maybe till the start of that fourth quarter. You know, you're up by 3 scores. If you can get maybe your backs off the field, your quarterback off the field where you can, provided you've got, you know, backups that know your offense, you know, because you still want to go ahead and wind this game down as much as you can. You know, and if you can keep the score the way this is, obviously one of the bigger goals for both teams is to try to be as healthy as you can when the game ends. So, you know, I probably expect to start seeing maybe some substitutions if you're up by 3 scores and you're in the fourth quarter, you know, depending on the situation. Of course, Westhampton scores here and they make it a 2-score game. Things get a little bit interesting, and so you're probably not making those changes yet.
Coffey makes that last play, is brought down by Jack Elko, who's had a game. Fay hands off Simone. Simone's still fighting for extra yards, and he's across the 25 with a Westhampton first down. Or actually, he's a yard short of the first down.
Yeah, I think it's fair to say I can speak for both of us when I say we're really impressed with Nick Simone. He's run really well tonight. He is just a junior, so he's got a whole year. He's about to go ahead and run the ball all over the place, and I think he's going to have a good solid year, and I could see him having an excellent senior year coming back. He's a heck of an athlete.
Simone tries the right side. He gets spun around, but he has the first down. Good play on D that time by Obayi.
Yeah, this looks like it's got to be a face mask, a personal foul face mask. Simone got spun all the way around on that tackle. Fortunately, he's okay because unfortunately that can result in an injury, and so fortunately he's all right.
This is going to move Westhampton possibly with a first and goal. No, they're just outside the 10. They're at the 11-yard line with a first down. So they can get another first down at the 1.
Yeah, unfortunately, number 9, Emmanuel Obayi, was a little bit just high on the tackle, and that hand ended up reaching that face mask and kind of pulling him down that way.
First and 10, Westhampton Beach. Down under 30 seconds to go in the quarter. Here's Simone. Simone gets grabbed by the shirt and spun around at about the 5-yard line.
Yeah, he's doing a good job here, really running this ball hard. You can tell that he senses the end zone, and he's close. He's a shirt tackle away from making it in, and if West Islip's going to continue to tackle him that high, the result's probably not necessarily going to be what they want.
West Islip up over Westhampton Beach, 28-7 at the end of 3. We're back with the fourth quarter right after this. This is the Friday night high school football game of the week, brought to you by Orlin Cohen and Rockline Wealth Management.
Not feeling the love after your last tennis match? We've got specialists for that. Running for the train, derail your knee? We've got specialists for that. Diving after that grounder, leaving you grounded? We've got specialists for that. Orlin Cohen's top orthopedic team has specialized expertise and extensive training from the nation's premier programs in sports medicine, knee, shoulder, hip, spine, hand, foot, and ankle. So you can feel better, faster. Jump shot, leave your knee shot? We've got specialists for that. Face down after that face off? We've got specialists for that. Half pipe, leave you full of pain? We've got specialists for that. Orlin Cohen's top orthopedic team has specialized expertise and extensive training from the nation's premier programs in sports medicine, knee, shoulder, hip, spine, hand, foot, and ankle. So you can feel better, faster.
Start of the fourth quarter here from West Islip. West Islip on top. Mike Trez and Nick Martone on hand, but Westhampton knocking on the door right here. Second and 5 from the 6. Simone gets cut down quickly. Another good play by Jack Elko. He's been everywhere.
Yeah, I don't think there was much of a secret here who was going to go ahead and carry this ball. They're in this Wildcat. 2 backs to his front side. West Islip up front, right? Number 5, Will Delanoy, really doing a good job slicing through virtually, untouched, and making a big play in that backfield before they could have a chance to get into the defenders and give Simone some room to go.
3rd and 5 from the 6. As I mentioned, Westhampton can get a first down at the 1-yard line if they can get there. 11:20 left in the fourth.
And Faye checks in here. Looks like he's got a little bit of a limp coming back in from the sideline, too.
Faye drifts left, throws on the run, looking for coffee, and he gets none.
Yeah, this play is open. He just kind of overshoots him a little bit, and this is just a quick out route towards the goal line from the near side receiver. You see he does kind of get a little bit of contact there from the defender, and ball's in the air. West Islip might have gotten away with one there, but ultimately the ball falls to the ground. No flag on the play, incomplete pass. 4th down upcoming.
So that's 4th and 5, not 4th and goal. Just need to get to the 1 for an extra set of downs. Legelfo, the receiver to the near sideline. Coffee in the slot on the left side. Fay takes it himself. Down towards the goal line, reaches the ball out, and may have just gotten the first down.
Number 10, Pat Fay on quarterback keep. And he is short of the line game. The Lions will take over on downs.
Looks like it's a turnover on downs, and West Islip's coming up with the football. This is a good run. Looks like maybe a design QB draw. Fay takes off, makes a couple of cuts, makes a couple of defenders miss. But ultimately, again, a really good job tackling the football there by number 15, Ben Delanoy. Been really impressed with West Islip's defense as far as just making these tackles, especially these open field tackles. Fay's a heck of an athlete, so to be able to bring him down there before he reaches even the first down marker is a huge deal.
Gentile was the guy who first slowed him down. Long enough for Delanoy to get there and clean up. Down to 10:45, West Islip will take over on downs, deep in their territory. Obayi is the running back. Also Alani in the backfield. I should say Aliani. Pick up about 3 on that carry.
Yeah, you expect West Islip to be heavy run here, right? Trying to run the clock, trying to get the ball out from kind of the shadows of the goalposts here. And worst case, you'll punt on 4th down, but certainly looking to see if they can get themselves a couple or a few first downs and really trying to kind of kill as much of this 4th quarter clock as they possibly can.
2nd and 6 for West Islip. Sonnenberg down the right sideline with a huge gain on that play out across the 30.
Yeah, it's a real good, solid run. Flag back behind the play.
That one's coming back. And that one's coming way back.
Yeah, we have a hold call signaled. Again, against West Islip. Erasing that big run by Sonnenberg and putting them back.
Under 9.5 left in the game. West Islip trying to get out from the shadow of their goal posts. Sonnenberg is going to take it himself again. Sonnenberg gets roughed up, and I believe he's going to be just short of the first down as well.
Number 44, TJ Sonnenberg on quarterback keep.
Well, it looks like they're going to give him the first down. Looks like he crossed and got the first. But the whistle was blown because Sonnenberg at the end of the play was down, so he's going to have to come off the field here. Again, pretty good follow. Good push up front. Just finding that crack and really doing a good job of lowering his shoulder, being lower than the defender, finishing off the run and getting to that first down marker.
First and 10, West Islip. Sonnenberg again. Well, actually, this time it's Gaffney who's in there at quarterback, and Gaffney keeps it himself.
Yeah, not bad when you can bring in a sub at QB and he can run you for 5 or 6 yards there. And it looks like Sonnenberg is checked back in.
Down to 8:15 left in the fourth. West Islip up by 3 scores. As we mentioned earlier, they'll have Smithtown West next week. Second and 5, Lions. Fumble. Let's see if Westhampton was able to get on that. They think they are. And the officials say no. West Islip keeps the ball. So things getting a little sloppy there.
Yeah, there's one more game tonight in this division. Rocky Point out at Comswag. Tomorrow, the rest of the division plays. We're seeing Harbor Fields at Eastport South Manor at 1. Wyandanch at Amityville also at 1. East Hampton traveling the hills west at 5 o'clock. Hauppauge at Smithtown West. Be interesting to see the outcome of that one big time. And Islip at Sayville. That ought to be a good game too.
Coach Maletti told you and me that he thinks Hauppauge can make some noise in this division this year. Here's Gaffney. Well, actually, it's Sonnenberg who's back in.
Yeah, there's some real tough teams in this division. It'll be interesting to see again how it stacks up, what the wins and losses look like over the next few. But I wouldn't be surprised if, as we're making it into Week 7 and Week 8, there's a few teams hovering around the bubble of getting in or getting not, or not getting in, and it coming down to a minimal amount of points.
Alonji's on to punt. Lagelfo is back to receive. Snap goes over his head into the end zone. Let's see what he does with it. And they tackle him in the end zone for a safety. Derek Hansen is going to get the 2 points on that one.
Yeah, you just see on the snap. Punt snap deep in your own zone, standing close to with his feet at the 6-yard line, snap well over his head. All he can do at this point is try to get on the football and try to make it back out again, but ultimately gets tackled in the end zone, and because he went back and brought the ball in at that point, right, it's a safety. So 2 points making this a 28-9 game, and West Islip now having a kickoff.
And Alonji, who's their punter as well as one of their linemen, is still down in the end zone. We'll take a quick step away.
Jump shot, leave your knee shot? We've got specialists for that. Face down after that face off? We've got specialists for that. Half pipe, leave you full of pain? We've got specialists for that. Orlin Cohen's top orthopedic team has specialized expertise and extensive training from the nation's premier programs in sports medicine, knee, shoulder, hip, spine, hand, foot, and ankle, so you can feel better, faster.
An even 6 minutes left in this game. Late in the game, play's gotten a little sloppy. We've had players hurt. And I think both coaches at this point, Nick, would probably just like to get this thing over with.
Yeah, it feels like we've just come to a little bit of a stop here with about 6 minutes left. A couple of plays here and there. A couple of injuries have slowed things down a little bit.
Beautiful return this time by Westhampton into West Islip territory. It is Calamita on the return. Calamita's had a nice game returning kicks for Westhampton.
Yeah, I've been really impressed with the way he's reading his blocks up front as far as these kick returns go, and giving his team as much opportunity to have a positive field position moving forward, to try to shorten it as much as he can for the offense.
So now we're going to see the backup quarterback for Westhampton Beach. That is the sophomore, Dom Pesh, who's now in there for the Hurricanes. Pesh seeing his first action on the varsity level. Takes a high snap, hands off. Connor Ragomirski is in there running back, the kid they call Rags.
Yeah, Westhampton's made some substitutions here. Simone's out. They've made that substitution, like you said, at quarterback. So it's a matter of, yeah, this clock is going to wind down, and it's a tough result today.
But the positive is you're going to get the sophomore some experience at running back, get a couple of the backup skill kids in there. Coffey's still in there. Coffey takes the handoff on the sweep. Coffey takes a hard hit, but picks up a couple yards.
Yeah, for a 10th grader without a heck of a lot of experience, he certainly looks like he's jumped right into this huddle, and he looks like he has some command. That was timed out pretty well as far as that handoff coming in motion.
I know it's a tough time of the game to find out about the kid, but if you can find something with him, then you can move Fay back to his normal position and have him do what he normally does, which is make plays for your offense.
Yeah, absolutely. Even when these guys get a chance to play in scrimmages. Scrimmages are scrimmages, right? Heavier practice. Gameplay is gameplay. On a Friday night, getting in there, taking the snap, making the right call, making the right decisions, the right reads, you name it, that's a big deal. So if you can find out what some of these guys have now, late in the game on a Friday night, doesn't hurt.
4:18 left in the game. Pesh is going to put it up. Right side, and he's got a completion to Calamita.
How about that? Nice vertical route throw right down the sideline, putting it right where it needed to be. Really drives off that right foot. Pretty tight spiral there. Right in that window. Enough separation. Good job. Big gain. Got to feel good about that.
Calamita did a nice job fending off the defender on that play as well.
Yeah, that's it. If you can use that left arm just to hold it out there. You don't have to push off. But if you hold it out there and create that distance and a little bit of that separation, and then on top of that, if you kind of get people turned around and you open up that window for him to drop it right in the bucket for you.
So Pesh now with a little bit of confidence, and his Hurricanes are driving. Hands off to Coffey, and Coffey is quickly stopped.
Yeah, this is another example of that high snap and what it does to plays like this. When you're so reliant on timing and you're so reliant on the movement, you could see the back almost slows up because he sees the high snap, and he doesn't want to leave his quarterback there by himself holding the ball. But sometimes you're not going to have a choice, and if you have to run through it, you run through it, because to slow down behind the line of scrimmage to take that handoff, really hard to get that play going again.
Matt Marker makes another stop for the Lions. Marker knifed across that defense and was in that backfield quickly for Coffey. I think we have a clock malfunction. Our clock in the stadium says 4:50, but we've got 3:50. Let's see if our official, Carl Superina, tells them to reset. He's giving them some hand signals now. In the last 30 minutes, Nick, we have had every insect known to man in our booth.
Put the clock at 3:50, please. God damn it. Shit.
All right, the clock is at 3:50.
2nd and 13. Here's Rags. Rags to riches, in for the TD.
Nice little drive here put together by Westhampton again. Sophomore quarterback at the helm, Pesh, does a good job really managing this. Good job up front. You can see that pull through by number 45, Andrew Lewis, really getting into that second level, offering up that opportunity for Rags to get in the end zone.
28-15. Let's see if Westhampton will go for 2 here. That would put them down by 12. That's not much help. Might be better off just going for the PAT here, but they are going to go for 2. Pesh has Rags behind him. Calamita in motion. Calamita takes the handoff and is leveled by Delanoy. Oh, actually, you know what? They faked me out. They're in for the 2-point conversion. It's Pesh who scores it himself. How about that?
Yeah, Pesh calling his own number here, going ahead and pulling this handoff. Pretty good mesh job there. You see the defense kind of loosen up into the middle, and Pesh finds his way in for that 2-point conversion, getting the score to 28-17.
3:38 left in the game. So Pesh, as we mentioned, getting some late in the game, on-the-job experience, the sophomore. Had that big pass play down the right sideline. Handed off to Rags for the touchdown, and then kept it himself for the 2-point conversion.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, can't emphasize how important it is for players to get experience, not knowing how things unfold for the next, couple of years here in their program. And so Pesh having the opportunity right here, it's like looking for a job and everybody wants you to have experience, but nobody wants to give it to you. So yeah. Here tonight, Pesh is getting that opportunity, and he makes the most of it, right? That's a good drive. That's good for him to feel good about that experience, and it's on film, it's on tape. He can critique it, he can look at it, and all those kind of things. And, it also says a lot about Westhampton certainly not giving up, right, and continuing to play this game all the way to the end.
And again, as I mentioned, if you found an answer at quarterback, even though he's a kid, you can move Faye to doing what he normally does, which is multiple things for this offense.
100%. This might offer up the opportunity for Faye to be out in space now, right? Maybe you move him out, right, to a slot or to a split, right, if you can do that, because maybe Pesh showed you something here tonight.
Low line drive squib kick is quickly covered up by West Islip. McDermott handles it.
Going on to take over 1st and 10 on their own 41-yard line, 3:36 remaining in the game.
Place is still jumping, Mike. Still jumping.
West Islip cheerleading squad is still jumping. They're liking what they see on the field, and why not? Their team leads 28-17. Handoff inside, driving for extra yardage is Carlson.
Number 26, Jason Carlson on carry.
We might have seen the last of Kramer, might have seen the last of Sonnenberg, too.
Yeah, it looks like, West Islip certainly making some substitutions. Again, piecing guys in, seeing what people can do, giving them a few carries, making some changes up front, see what kind of push you can get. Right? Depth is a huge thing when it comes to this sport and this game. You'll never know what kind of injuries you might have along the way, and finding out who could be that next guy to step up is key.
And just as we say that, Sonnenberg comes back in. He hands off to Carlson. Carlson trying to drive the middle lane. And he gets thrown down, but not before picking up a first down.
Really impressive on both sides tonight, Mike. If somebody wants to put together some tape on how to finish runs, we're seeing it out of a lot of guys tonight. We're seeing it out of Sonnenberg on the West Islip side, finishing off runs, and an assortment of backs, including Kramer tonight, and then on the Westhampton side, seeing Simone and the way he ran and the way he finished off his runs too.
West Islip, as we mentioned early on, not a lot of real big kids on this team, but a lot of tough kids and a lot of athleticism, and that served them well here tonight, as one more first down is going to put a bow on this one.
Yeah, for as long as I can remember, if you have West Islip on your schedule, especially if you're coming here, you know you're going to have a battle for 4 quarters. Always has been that way.
Carlson surges ahead for 2 or 3. Down under 2 minutes to go in the game. Elko's had a terrific game on D. Delanoy's made some stops. Malone with a pair of interceptions for West Islip. Kennefic has been a star. 3 TDs for him tonight.
Yeah, definitely certainly a heck of a night for him. Some big positive plays on offense. Some huge plays on defense.
Carlson with another first down and a tough run as Coffey stops him.
Yeah, this is a real great job here. Jason Carlson running the ball again, finishing off these runs. 6 foot, 205, making Westhampton feel every inch of that, right? Really going ahead and running over people here, finishing off his runs forward, right? Shoulders pointed downhill, really making sure that he's making the most of every opportunity. And it looks like here West Islip jumping into that victory formation.
Under a minute to go. Couple kneel downs and business will be concluded here this evening. And Sonnenberg wants to be the guy out there to take that knee, which he does. Runs off the field with his hands up in the air, and he should, as his Lions complete the 28-17 victory over Westhampton Beach. We'll be back to wrap this one up in just 1 minute here on T&D Sports.
What's your vision of retirement? Does it involve traveling the world? Or maybe spending time with family? Or even just relaxing, knowing that you're financially secure? Whatever your dream, having a financial plan in place can be key to making that a reality. At Rockline Wealth Management, our team of fiduciary financial advisors has over 55 years of combined experience helping clients build out and implement financial plans up to and through retirement. Our team tailors each plan to the unique goals of our individual clients to help them make informed decisions as their life goes forward. We provide personalized strategies to help our clients navigate the complexities of retirement planning, including building out a financial plan, estate planning reviews, tax planning, and investment strategies. Helping you to define and find your freedom in retirement is our goal. So let's get planning today. Schedule your free consultation with one of our fiduciary financial advisors by giving us a call at 516-605-1624 or by clicking the link below. Thank you very much and have a great day.
Jump shot, leave your knee shot? We've got specialists for that. Face down after that face off? We've got specialists for that. Half pipe leave you full of pain? We've got specialists for that. Orlin Cohen's top orthopedic team has specialized expertise and extensive training from the nation's premier programs in sports medicine, knee, shoulder, hip, spine, hand, foot, and ankle, so you can feel better faster.
Once again, our final score from here at West Islip High. West Islip 28, Westhampton Beach 17. Nick, let's take a look at the way it unfolded.
Yeah, so early on, right, first quarter, about 8.5 minutes left. Connor Kennefick found his way into the end zone, 48-yard pass reception from Sonnenberg. West Islip went ahead by 2 scores with about 5 minutes left in the second, in the first half there. Kramer on a 3-yard run. Westhampton answered at that point with about 1:30 left. Legelfo with a 37-yard touchdown on a pass from Fay. Kennefick with his second score with 16 seconds left in the half, put West Islip up at that point 20-7 with a missed extra point. Second half, West Islip started the scoring in the third. Kennefick with his third score of the game from 45 yards out and a 2-point conversion. Safety by Westhampton, bringing the score to 28-9. And then finally, with about 3:38 left, Westhampton capped the scoring, making it 28-17 after Ragmirski had a big touchdown at that point, and Pesh with the 2-point conversion.
So Westhampton Beach drops to 0-2 on the season. West Islip improves to 2-0 on the season. They'll go to Smithtown West next week to take on Smithtown West. As far as Nick and I will be over in Syosset, and they'll take on Freeport next Friday night in Nassau County Conference 1. Right now, that's going to do it for us. From here at West Islip High School, our producer-director of T&D Sports is numero uno, Tommy Bruno. Our technical director, Jamie the Genius Burkhart. Our camera operators, Dave, Camera One Stempel, and the Kanga, Christian Rue. For Nick Martone, this is Mike Trezza, thanking you for watching. We will see you next Friday night.